share one video can make this live broadcast Jekwailo biko. Share kene this video. Metwa kana share button. Yekwekwa metwa kana share button. Eziokwu Izuchukwu Kinsele. Yes, we are mourning Senator Ifeanyi about the best way we can. You ought to go. Ayaya mourn Zikamde Nwehuriranya, but we are mourning him the best way we can. You ought to go. So, metwaka na share button. Let me tell you my peace of mind. Now, this particular ongoing saga not on Facebook. You know, I keep telling people, me Ezugo, I believe in one principle in this life. Personally, will know that this is the principle in which I live my life on. If the error is from my side, and you are my friend, I expect you to handle it the way you know that I will handle it from your side. If it is from your side, I will handle it the best way I know you will handle it when it is from my side. The best principle in which we should all live our lives in this world to avoid sere and kulu is gonna do unto others the same way Eshoro can dem want to see we meso. Emali faho ema na emeru no ya do mma emekona ya onye ọzọ mana nke ịma na emeru ọsụkwa enya wo na ọdụ njọ mana nke ịma na emeru no ya adọgụ mma. Let me give you an example of one. Ebe anọ, I want somebody, Oga Patrick, I agree to. I want somebody I draw so much street around money. Do you know why I say that I'm not so much street around money? Like, money, they determine most of my actions. Like, ego nwere sell oyi. But I can tell you categorically clear that if you are my friend and you are my very good friend, oyi sinati ke ni fe du ego eselu mona, especially the commitment you see from my side. For example, Namo Bari will be 1 million. As a friend of mine, he will fail that 1 million. I have a lot of things I can put into consideration. Onwerike ebe na zima ọzọ nnene ega wure go ma ya ni nwuru agbango na menwehe or na mu nyerugo ne ma ni nwuru or na mu go or anything or na mu decided that this will be a sacrifice I will take. Ewe nyege ga ko ya wo nwe ka isi we result kwazi nyem that money ko ga iwe mi iwe ka ngari feel provoked. In other words, I can tell you that if you are my friend, it will be difficult for ego ego I have proven it beyond every reasonable doubt. Yes, I have proven it beyond every reasonable doubt. Even to people who cannot reciprocate that gesture. Even people who cannot reciprocate that gesture. Now, this is where I have problem with you. I will do it for you. When it comes to your own time, you will give me 100 and 1,000 reasons why you cannot reciprocate that favor, that gesture to me. Oh yes, yes. If you waste never we go countless time. You must do it for me. Genuinely that I cannot meet up or that I have failed in that obligation. You took that favor from me. You enjoyed it when I extended that hands to you. Why can you not do the same for me? So my principle in this life is that thing because now man so simply put, my principle in this life is Do to others how you will want others to do unto you. Chineke no n'eluigwe ma na ife ọnwụ na mmerụ mmadụ mama amụma mee na mama ahụma mee. Ọnwụ na onye ọzọ mee m datin, ana m echeta nke mmerụ mmadụ wee werie wee neghara anya nke mmadụ merụ m. Anyị ma na ya draw perfect in this life. So ịmalụ that area isi wee do weak. Let that be the area you tolerate most n'ebe ndị mmadụ nọ. Ọ dịrọ difficult. Life is simple. But if you want to make it difficult and make it to look selfish, have you bothered why I keep mentioning this line? Selfishness in all the videos I make. Life is too simple. If you know the area you are weak the most, if you know that area of your life you are working day and night to make sure that need fix it here, let that area be the place you tolerate people the most. That is the only way you can show that they understand very well that you are weak along this area. But what we see here is not the area where people are street more, is the area where they are weak most. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The area every people can do weak more. Well, that area can do more stronger when relating to people. The other, which does not make sense to me. Now, enwelu ongoing saga on Facebook between our sister Ogechi Okeke and Mazi Jpac onye okpomba dike nke ba yeba nwanne anyị nwoke. Kedu the origin of this? Because we can't talk about. Look, before I even say anything, that I am speaking from the most neutral. Owulu na nkwucho kuta. It twist ye yemani hezbo mmadu. It twist if me kutata yemani hezbo mmadu. Go and check the pages of most content creators who na ha chọrọ ka ha kwuo eziokwu. They have shared all the videos. Jpac may share. Ogechi may share. You cannot see any of those videos on my page. Go and show me where you see those videos on my page. That could be the best respect and the honor. I views. Any of those videos on a page, it will give me more views. But rather, I would like you to quote me based on Ifenkuru. One or two things in Google side by side since you will quote as you go, not Ifenkuru. You are not going to watch what another person said on my page. I have not done it since this saga Webido. I will refer you to my page. Go and go through my page. During the time of Ifanyoba, during the time of Ekmontu, the time of Gono, if any single video man can do so melu, a lot of all this, I only watch the video post to Nototwa, where I said my say on the saga going on Facebook, and I posted what Osofia, I posted a discussion between Osofia and the Wezoke. A lot of people understand that. Even some ignorant ones went ahead to be telling me, you don't want to, you can't say the truth. Why can you not say the truth? They have failed to understand clearly what that video is talking about, of which along the line at this broadcast, I'm going to explain it. So let me make it clear to you to know that I have not in any way benefited in terms of views, in terms of comment, or in terms of anything because of this thing they make now. So when I share my opinion, you should know that it is my honest opinion. Let us trace back to the things that triggered what is happening on Facebook today, so that you will ask yourself, am I truly being truthful in judging this thing, or am I being emotionally driven into this? Is it my hatred for Mr. A that is driving me into maintaining a position I have taken in this particular program? Is it because of my interest in Mr. B that has pushed me into maintaining a position that doesn't represent the fact? These are the questions I want you to ask yourself this morning. Now, my own analysis. You must not take it. You must not take it. If you fail to take it, Eziokwu. Eziokwu. Number one, according to Ogechi, let me start with her as a ladies first. Ogechi complained that, but before I go on, let me tell you my regret in all this. My most regret in all this is that people do independent from these two people are being dragged into this saga. And by mentioning people who do independent from this saga, I am not excluding Papa Ogechi Nwolamu. That is the mistake people keep making. My regret is that Senator Patrick Ifanyoba of blessed memory was driven into it. Simon Grover was driven into it. Papa Ogechi, Professor Papa Ogechi, was driven into it. Do not miss this. If you keep missing that, you are not a good person. You are not a good person. What people say about Ogechi personally, and what people say about Jpac personally, or what people say about Umunye Jpac, because she brought herself into it. She could have maintained absolute calm and quietness without coming into it. So she brought herself into it. So I am not going to exonerate her from this thing. She is part of the saga. But Papa Ogechi, Seaman, Ifanyoba, and others, those are my regrets in all this. Let me go back again to where I was before. According to Ogechi said na if I would body no be a long time n'ebe Jpac no na obulo ụbọchị nwata wufuru ogulu akwụ ka a na-apịa ya tarị kama na ụbọchị o wufuru mmiri o wesị na papa nwụrụ. Somebody called me last night. I don't know who that lady is, but that lady na alụ ọlụ na either UK or America ka that lady no. Mana ike gwụrụ m agwụ, ike gwụchasịchalụ m because of series of activities in where yesterday. The other go, I came back from Imo State. I went straight to Ifanyoba's house. From there, I came back and I joined my Omunna. So it was too hectic, and still when I got back home, I still ran a program. Adun week in Boborum. So the lady was telling me the crime committed in the Iwopota video and picture Papa Ogechi. Saying na any nurse or anybody not in that medical profession made that thing nobody you na enweta na ya na license here. No nya committed a very heavy crime. No nya committed a very heavy crime. This is what people are not understanding. I am stating the part of Ogechi. I will still go to position of Jpac. Then I actually consider. Then we look for a way forward. Ogechi we say a way woput no Jpac we woput papa ye. Meanwhile, she tap even cool at first. Emari ife ya we mego ya dogo mma. Emena yo nyoso. When you live your life in this principle, nka ya we me mmadụ dogo mma. Emeye you won't feel pained because na ema na ife ani ife na ememe. You won't feel pained. You only feel pained no one emege ife ma na iye many mmadụ. You want to go? And let us come out from all this joke of owolu na ma no katana chi elu mmadụ echiche ọjọọ. Stop mocking God. You are mocking God. You people are making mocking God to be the order of the day. Let us stop that. We want to picture of Papa. Tiye ni hu akwụkwọ. Wolu Papa nwụrụ anwụ. Wee gba saga. He's a family man. He has wife, he has children, he has relatives. He has extended family and partners, colleagues. a Wolupic share in that state on a hospital. Saga. Who released that picture? For what reason can you release that picture? Why is it that no Ogechi Njaka post to picture of Papa on a hospital bed? But Ngumwa Wonye a member of the family, you decided to release that video. It doesn't matter the time, Omelu. And a tiri mad if in a fridge for 10 years. The highest thing we can preach is forgiveness. Yes, the only preaching native grudges is forgiveness. But retaliating, no, you are not helping the matter. I must have to tell you the truth. You are not helping the matter. The only preaching national up with the preaching of forgiveness. But you trying to equal fuel by an uncle in a make he escalate you more. And that will take me when I analyze the video or Sofiana Uwezuke. He will face some interest of some people in this matter. Ogechi where we were that na Jpac marry this thing then we they marry in a fridge. Eziokwu along the line because of one way or the other their path cross. But when their path cross, when your path cross with somebody who has a grudges on you, you cannot tell. You cannot tell. You gotta go. You cannot actually tell. Okay, thank God KCE the page. In what I have said so far, use 1 minute to write down where I have lied. If after 60 seconds you have not written down where I have lied, I'm going to block you from this broadcast. You gotta go. I want you so far, what I have said, I want you to use 1 minute to write down where I have lied in what I have said so far. Because problem Jpac, but how I wish na Jpac people like you who are disguising yourselves as sympathizers. How I wish he knew or he knows that no one will problem. Can you tell me one single place I have lied? Does it mean that Jpac did not bring out picture of Ogechi Saga on Facebook? Did it not happen? Tell me where I have lied. Stop lying. I am waiting. Your time elapsed, so I block you immediately. Kanku onwe mikuku na ndene pa yezi mmadu ohi na nuna emukata fuel ike akwụrụ ọtọgwụ na yezi mohi n'obodo a. Okay, since you don't have anything to say about how I am struggling to lie, I'm going to delete you, block you from this page. Have a nice day. Let us continue. You gotta go. Now, that one, aga. Odowakwa. Jpac, iwola akago. Ngu bidole igba nde Zion Saga na Facebook. Nde Zion Saga na Facebook. Nde Zion Saga na Facebook. You kept on alleging all manner of things. You kept on alleging all manner of things. At the end of the day, you decided by yourself. Eba. Why is it now that Ogechi is telling us about the release of the picture? As a Jude Ike, the reason you hated Ogechi today is still because of the things that happened 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5 years ago. I'm reminding you now. I hope I'm reminding you now. The reason why you still hate Ogechi today is because of what happened more than 3 years ago. That is still the reason most of you, 80% of haters Ogechi today, is because of what happened in the past. You still have not gotten over what happened in the past. But you are here judging somebody. Why all the people who engage me in my inbox telling me to go away from Ogechi, the whole point they are citing is based on what happened years ago, not what is happening now. I am driving to somewhere. Allow me to finish about Oge. I will go to Jpac. Then we can analyze. I can maybe to go with Jpac. Go big way Zuike. Koya Unkusha Jemisian and Koge. Kizuike. But I decided to start with why because now it's ladies first. You will Mecha Zion. You went to Zion. Ebata Zion. Gonna to Zion. Bidoto. Unoto. It was all rosy. Onato. During that time, gonna to Zion Nato. You also engaged some enemies of Zion. You engaged them word to word. You tried as much as possible to defend Zion ministry. Even though now some of you could now work on. But I haven't seen that money. I haven't seen anybody paying me. Unless it's going on and Zion, I like him. They gotta go. Unless it's going on and Zion, I like him. Because among the money is speculating and I go. Manaha Kumugo, Aposirimase. Unless not Aposirimase. You see? Now, along the line, you had a personal problem with Zion, which all of us don't know. You brought it online and you started Eba Zion saga indirectly. I want you to understand and quote this line. Owolo na ma no katana no wa shelu mmadu echiche ojo ife na yochukwu ka ngari nwete said by Jpac. Indeed, why no ne onye na-emechi onwe ya akwụkwọ ọpasị ya onwebụghị onye na-emechara onwe ya akwụkwọ da onye na-emechi onwe ya akwụkwọ n'ụwa ọpasị ya onwebụghị onye mfuru na-emechara onwe ya akwụkwọ da. Now megide ina agba Zion saga. Let us make it open. Ina agba Zion saga. Whether you feel na those people who na reply you na Zion na agba ife ha na reply you, it doesn't matter. The fact remains that na agba Zion saga. You should be expecting reply from any angle. You should be expecting reply. For example, you were blaming Skibo comedy for not fighting for you. If you can expect Skibo comedy to fight for you because of one or two favors in the past, why do you think that people cannot also fight for their own because of one or two relationships how we go in the past? I am asking you. Remember my watchword. Emari fema na emegu no ya adogo mma emena ya onye ozo mana nke ma na emegu no ya adogo mma extend the kwetu onye ozo. That is how we live in peace. You were expecting Skibo comedy and Daisy's Empire and the likes of them to come out and fight for you because of one or two things imegoluha in the past, but they did not come out in a wee way. What makes you think that those people who are good with Zion cannot also come out to fight for him? My brother, Palakwa Tuleo, then we progress. A plan over the go. You went to Egypt, you came out. It was you who started a Wando Kasaga. Onwelonyema no nwedife between Gona and Zion. Onwelonyema need if I go within the Zion. It was you. It is all na your Facebook page. Facebook never forgets. Ibido shobandu koku. Ibido shobande Zion oku. Ibido shoba Zion oku. The only crime the Zion committed against you or replying to you according to what you said. The only thing the crime Zion committed against you were the people who believe in him responding to you accordingly. The only crime Ndoka committed against you were by responding to you according to what you said against them. Remember, you are the first person who sparked up the action before the reaction keep coming. Now, the last one that broke the camel's back. You did your wedding. Successful. Nice and fantastic. It was a good wedding. It was good. It was perfect. Now, let me even say that running up to the wedding, you were the first person who brought your wedding and kept it at the forefront for people to feel free to pray on your wedding. You came out and you started bragging, you started throwing banters, you started challenging people with that wedding. I did my wedding, oh. I did my wedding on 30th of December. Yes. Now, in case if you think that na mumelu wedding because na ma agono, you are making a very great mistake. You are making a very bad mistake. Ndege me fi na wedding mu do 6 kweli megwe. How do 6 kweli me yelum and Okwa Ngota from committee of friends among my friends in Zambia before Mbalataba. Yes. So in case if you think, I did my wedding without any one person beating 40 crates of beer. One person beating 40 crates of beer. You must not make noise about everything. You must not make noise about everything. That is what I am telling you. You must not make noise about it. Mana iwola aka woputo okpegwu. Ndị mmadụ wee so n'okpegwu iwopụtara. Do not cry foul. Do not cry foul. Na na-ekwu kịta na ndị mmadụ tụkọtarụ ihilehu. You wanted to brag with it. You wanted to brag with it. Do you think na ebe anọ ndụ young na-eme business with friends that na onwere onye ahụ eme committee of friends? The only difference is that my committee of friends was among my friends who are my friends. But yet, I don't need to tell you the outcome of it. I've only briefed you. Kiwe maru na opulo ni ife abiaro board. Ni ife abiaro board. You want to go? But did I allow you to have privilege and the honor? Of coming to my wedding to come and do whatever. Not even to bring my wedding on Facebook to come and talk about it. You gotta go. You gotta go to come and talk about it. I did not do that. You gotta go. Now, let us go. You will make a wedding, we will make a wedding. Where will you go again? Where will you go wedding? Where will you again? We will look at wedding. We will again. We will go to Wekwan. Chobaku Bawa Pasaga again. The one that broke the camel's back was when you came out to apologize to people in Mejolo. You were one them mad. Nondo kadiri female. Even na chokwe gwago George ya ife na-ekwu. George chi ife na-ekwu say no do mma. It will be for you. It is where George to so I want us to judge this case now in a neutral way. George chaya osowu if he detalo yeso na be. The other go. If he George talo yeso na be. Iwe bi yomgbagalo we no lebe ina yomgbagalo maka na esere na enakpugo na enugo nwaanyị nụcha nwaanyị na akpuo na eche ọsọ igbasaga. It was a very good decision. You gotta go. It was a very good decision. It was fantastic. In fact, one of the best decisions you have taken so far. Does that really represent the fact of what is happening? The answer is no. You went to apologize to Onye Obodo. You were Onye Obodo. nọ ndị ụka dịrị gị ife imelu. Nọ ndị ụka dịrị gị ife imelu. You even listed ife ikwuru na ndị ụka na-asịrị gị onye a poison na-ese tiri Chisomama trap ka arrest here. You leveled all kind of allegation against ndị ụka and the people ma clearly ndị na-agwa. I am laying down the foundation of what is happening so that you don't claim that you don't understand. Because after maybe mmadụ na-ede Jpac want to wed. They thought that he's not going to have a successful wedding. Jpac wedded and he went to China and he did this. That's why they are fighting him. He was boto onye asị. And Chineke ya akpọghị ọkụ maka ịma họ. Ịmụrụ na Chineke ya akpọghị ọkụ. Ife Chineke ya ejikpọghị ọkụ na ịfụchala eziokwu. Decide ya ka ikpube eziokwu isi na ana because of your interest of onye ihe etiri na onye ịkpọrọ asị. Ndị ịkpọrọ asị na ndị like. You want to go? It's not even as if you even truly like Jpac. You like it here. I know they like it here. It's just that now when only paint two people evil, or those two people now no, you will support the lesser evil according to Ntwisi for her against the one they consider not now the bigger evil. You want to go? You want to go? Success and health with nation. I will allow you to write one comment again before I block you. I will allow you to write one comment again before I block you. In case if you don't know. If you write that comment again, I will block you. If you write that comment again, I will block you. Every day put an email broadcast in ijikwa wee introduce onye ọwụ na page, introduce onye ọwụ na content creator nka, introduce onye ọwụ na ọga nka. Ogi ife si n'aka m wee je Zambia is almost 15 people that are all doing fine. They are all doing fine. I don't make noise. They don't owe you anything. Do they owe you anything? The answer is no. Must they all enter the same pit with you? Because you were part of their life struggle and journey. The answer is no. Eh? The broadcast yesterday night was such ridiculous one. In this life, get a friend that have sense. Get a friend that have sense. If you have a friend that doesn't have sense as your closest ally, you are doomed for life. You are doomed for life. Doomed completely for life. Before I get to this point, let us continue to where we are going so that we don't deviate. You will call all manner of things. Note. Ibo wende Catholic you. Aema. Ibo wende Anglican aema. On the shoes in Kibol. Aema ndi Ibolie. And aema only position run ya in charge of Ifenina. When you said that, were you expecting that those people, Ibolu such weighty allegation, that they are not going to respond to you? Were you expecting that ni wolonyo obodo shock ekokosia? Nyanande Zion. Let me stop talking about Ndoka. Were you expecting ni shock wolonyo obodo kokosia nyanande Zion na ko Zion isika habawa saga? Were you expecting that people will not talk? Ogechi Okeke Zion were you expecting that they will not talk? Were you expecting that Nikwo Nanduka plan Charime got a son something? And now Basigugu with address or Guli Diat Wunya email alu ikula alu no. It's so sad that people are not telling you Nikula alu. They forgot where all these things started. That is aside. Let me come to your own side. Let me come to your own side. Abagongo areas where Ogechi Okeke when before name. The first one won't give me buyembo. O de go na fridge. This last ones ngukosere keta wunke imezili 3 gallon eji we boga sitezi ife niile melu before. Ekwugom according to Ogechi and Ife do before me and you, which you are trying to disregard Ife we finish. Now, according to Jpac, nka we for na akowagase no Ife na way iwe. No kata, because the truth of the matter is that I have waited to know exactly what is the problem of Jpac. Keri ife melu iji wee nọkata sị na ndị ụka meruru nke a esere na ịnọju olu i decide zie na ịchọzi ka mmadụ na-eyuzu. Okay, fine. Ịchọzi ka mmadụ na-eyuzu. What is the next thing you are supposed to do? You walk away. Before you walk away, was there any day ndị ụka nọkatara mee video about you without ngụnwa ime video first about them? Esere na na-ewu anya ọkụ n'imelu wedding. On executive emeho wedding. Kedu ife kpatara attention ndị mmadụ ji wee bịa na your wedding? Isiri na ije China. A na-ewu anya ọkụ n'ije China. No akụ na-ebute ilo. Isiri na you have always bragged about the numerous contacts you nwere. You are the one who is dragging all those okpolomonu a na-akpọgo. So I have studied about all these 2 things. I can't really place my hand George but I will give the comment section 3 minutes. Other things. But within that 3 minutes, I will want some people in the comment section now to tell me exactly if a Jpac is selling. No nyaka Ogechi merie before this saga. Why I am saying other things? I want you to tell me one, 2, or 3 things. Jpac is ni ifo Ogechi merie personally. Melody saga jiwebido. I want you to tell me. Tell me, because I want to know. Can Messi we judge this thing? Tell me. You see, the worst problem here when what is actually now wisdom is profitable to direct. Wisdom is not cash, but wisdom is far more valuable than cash. Because with wisdom, when people make movement, you should be able to decode where they are going, what they are saying, even when they have not spoken anything. Wisdom is capable of decoding an unspoken word. Wisdom is capable of dictating body movement of people. It will interpret into what is likely to happen, and lo and behold, it will happen the same way. You have said it. All I have seen in what has happened is a case of action and reaction. I am summarizing because so far so good. I can't see anybody writing here. So what it means is that na Jpac enweho anything personal hold against Ogechi. Aside all these things Ogechi kwuru in recent time, which is the product of that saga Anagba. Because according to them, do good on saga, even Jpac, he keeps saying it. No, maka no retire go. No wulu mbo na agba saga. No wulu mbo na agba saga. So, mbahe na agba saga. You understood the game about saga. You know what saga entails. You know etu sagas were the necessary ingredients they make up saga. For example, saga between you and the Kelafe, Ezobi, Alusiego. All those things equal about Alusiego. Were you able to prove anyone? I am asking you. Because Ebola Alusiego saga. Ebola Akuna Latugo saga. Ebola Enamponana. Banirelu. We Akuna Latugazo. Ebuli eje na hospital ebe nwanu reject ya ebuli eje na hospital ebe nwan reject ya. In fact na news ị na-enweta ahụ na condition akụ na alata ugo nọ na edo sure no ya survive here. O meho 1 week iji wee kwu ife akụ na alata ugo batala onwe very strong and healthy. So saga is not a strange language to you. It is something you understand perfectly well. But all you decide to go na ishorozi egba saga. I am not seeing that representing in your actions. I have to be honest with you. I am telling you the truth. You keep saying, this is the last time I will say something and I will never reply again. But you kept on replying. You kept on giving room for more topics. But you are still claiming that you are not going to reply to anybody. Because only never. Now, ne click love and like. That don't know. Can block go do and I say, Lord Mayor and I say, please stop all this. Can block go do. You gotta go. You gotta go. Are you getting what I'm saying? All I have seen here is action and reaction. Now, all the people now for your Konefa, they are the people who has either taken side with this person or taking side with this person because you hate this person or because you hate this person. Are you getting me? In fact, 50% of the people who are either supporting Jpac is supporting Jpac because they hate Ogechi. Some people are also supporting Ogechi because you hate Jpac. But there are those people now who understand the fact that is on the ground. There are those people who understand the fact that is on the ground, which is the truth. Now, the truth I will ask you now is, Efanyoba is our distinguished senator and our brother. May his soul rest in peace. Let us take away the fact that Efanyoba is from Nnewi. Let us take away the fact that Efanyoba is a respectable son of Igbo land. You gotta go. Let us take Efanyoba to be a father of somebody and a husband of somebody, a family man. He is no more now. You that is coming out to talk, are you honestly telling me that Jpac, that Jpac was right when he digged up video and picture of Ogechi? Now, let us judge it. Forget about no, they know me. Forget about no, they know me. Forget about no, they know me. Are you telling me that now Jpac is right by digging up picture of Ogechi canon and mortuary anymore? Saga. Openly am not wrong. What it means is that no Ogechi Ijikwa so that Efanyoba weba Jpac saga. Not wrong. But if you are saying na Jpac to justified by what he did, you are indirectly justifying again what Ogechi did. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying. These are two people who go and walk. The other one happened when the Onya got fresh, and this one happened. That is why in say. Now my regret in all this is that people who are independent from Ifa Neme now have to drag into this mess. That is the only regret so far. That is the only regret. The people, and by talking about people, I also talk about Papa Ogechi. Papa Ogechi. Okay, Bright Onwebu. Let's say name one Senator Patrick Efanyoba. Ogechi will quote this kind of thing about your dad or when they would tell you. In the next 5 years, when you see Ogechi, will you forget Ogechi? I'm asking you. One Senator Efanyoba keta. Or Iwu Lady Uche. Yes, Senator Efanyoba. Or where will you for Ogechi Kuru? no na-ewute you as no deal ga na-ekwu maka as no nwa gị. In the next 7 years, that this particular thing melu oye fishangu from your memory. When you see Ogechi next 7 years, are you ever going to get over that thing melu without an open apology? Your ability to answer this question will determine how intelligent and how straight you are. I want to judge this matter now. Then I will tell you the way forward. I will tell you the way forward. So, Obulu Nema Nefa Jpac imelu mpu Ogechi na ọdụ mma. Na nke a Ogechi kwuru maka Jpac maka ife anya ụba na ọdụ mma because he kwuru anything about themselves. Jpac ji onye agba onye asaga, onye aji onye agba onye asaga. So, nke onye akwuru maka onye a ọdụ mma, nke onye akwuru maka onye a ọdụ mma. Why are you supporting either Jpac or supporting either Ogechi, forgetting the two people though affected in all these things? May their soul rest in peace. I will tell you where I am going with all these things. You cannot tell one person to forget, then you want to condemn the other person for doing the same thing and I'm going and forget. Yeah, life doesn't happen that way. Life doesn't happen that way. I'm telling you people. That one aside. Now, let us go to the issue of Seaman Global, where Ogechi said, okay, Chris Austin, go and get busy with your business and Zuzu out of this place. You can't be jobless like me and you will be here telling me that I have to get busy. What are you doing here? You gotta go. So, Ogechi said, and I quote, na Jpac gwalo ye na Seaman Global blah 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 blah. Sometime back, mgbe Jpac na-achị apologize to onye obodo, o wee kwuo na screen no ndụ ka dịrị ihe ife niile ahụ o melu. How are you so sure? Why are you supporting him? Standing with him? No ndụ ka dịrị ife niile o mele eziokwu. No ganina hoturu no meleme. But you are biadolo Ogechi na nke Ogechi kwuru na asị ka ọwụ. I am asking you a question since you think you are wise. I want you to see where you are standing. Whether it is representing the fact or not. That should be the first place we have to start judging this matter. Yes. If you even do say ogo na ha choye mma, avoid ogo or break ye out. Aside the showudo, ada choye mma. So ogo will break ye out. It's either you maintain the position of peace. Any act of ibulu mmiri kwa inadi oku wo bubak ada choye mma. Onye siri nne nwo, iyagwa onye oya sinya nwo be. Amon ni nege ntife nnekwu. Onye siri nne nwo, ya agwa ya onye ọ ya sinya nwo be. I support ru Jpac. No siri no ndụ ka dịrị ihe. Nyaje wota address bo onye obodo. Na ndụ ka dịrị ihe. Ka eme ka etile onye nwanu poison na mmanya ka ọ nwụọ. Na ndụ ka dịrị ihe. Nyaje chọọ ka arrest ya Chisomama na ndị ụka ji ihe wee na-achọ ka akụkọ sie anya na ndị content creators ibe ya isi ọnụ. You believed him without investigating because na ịchọrọ ịgba ndị ụka saga. Ogechi pụtakwazie gwayo na Jpac gwara ya na Seaman Global na-eme nke na-eme nka isi na-asị ịgbapụtasị n'okwu ọnụ isi na ịmụ ife isi ezugo bịa kwuo eziokwu ezugo you are not saying the truth ezugo you are lying. Who is saying the truth actually and who is lying? I am asking you. Come out from your emotion of Ogechi ase. Even Meji when they use Ogechi as an example is that not Jpac in a buzo and yet the action before the reaction and not yet. Onwere go Ogechi buzo yet the action Jpac where react ya. It's just like this reaction videos anime now. Only with the originator of that video, we first of all bring out that video. Before other content creators will take that video and react on it based on what that person said. Will that person who said that stop people from reacting based on what he said? Jpac thought he can give these guys opportunity to mock the church without knowing that he will drag himself into doom. You clearly run away from saga. You have seen saga and you have run away. You keep saying you don't want to reply everybody, but you keep replying every day. You keep replying every day. You are making it look like you don't want to say anything, but you are saying something. You are saying your mind. Nobody is saying, emi na one hapụ onye a na ọ ya na ma nwanne m bịa tuje mozi emi na one hapụ onye a na ọ ya eje nwozi ọkwụnụ ka nwanne na nwanne wee kpara nkata wee na-aga ebe a na-aga. You are supporting the side you're comfortable with. You are supporting the side you're comfortable, and whatever thing they pull from that side, you are going to support it. You are going to support it 100%. You are going to support it 100%. So, I am asking you a question. Do you really think that Jpac has done it right? Remember what I said, however, my regret is that Seaman has been dragged into this saga. Late Ifa has been dragged into this saga, and the late Papa Ogechi has been dragged into this saga. You cannot take him away. You cannot take him away. So, if you think that the wedding, that China or whatever thing is the problem, then, okay, nice, that's nice. Let me block you so that you can zuzu out of this page. Let me block you so that you can zuzu out of this page immediately. Oh no, when they do for Jpac. You keep crying around, but you have committed the worst. You have committed the worst. Every day, kina bagani na Facebook, na back Zion audio billionaire. Go na governor Eziokwu, and now back Zion saga indirectly. Kela allegation ude bobo he. If you expect Skibo to come and fight for you, what makes you think that Ogechi cannot fight for Zion? What makes you think that even I cannot fight for Zion? I am asking you a question. Again here, block one go. This house is my house. The generator is my own. If I want to put it on, I will put it on. If I don't want to put it on, it's none of your business. So watch what I am broadcasting and forget about generator or what. I won't want you again. Either again, I block one guy. Let us continue. You see, you keep looking for allies. When Okongudibia came out to talk, did any of you caution him? I'm asking you. All those content creators that has come out to talk on behalf of Jpac, and they have all called Ogechi Okeke Njaka names. Did you caution them? The answer is no. So, are you truly maintaining a real position as Onyibo in this whole saga? You are not. You are simply supporting the party, waiting for the other party to go into destruction. I hail you. Onyama Emeka. Yes, Onyama Emeka. Onyama Emeka. I saw how he was. Hello, sir. Aga Patrick. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Oga Patrick in online. Gavadiru, sir.
As you go, I want people and then I will hear nothing. Yesterday night I watched on Jpac or Bele. Oh, one lady come up now the live broadcast. That lady is a very nice and yeah, or somebody my here Kobu. And the what you just honor in between. Or what on your side? You understand me? And they don't want to listen to that lady.
You see?
If you not nowhere, if you are Eziokwu, nobody wants to actually keep put that in how I talk avoid you meet that in happier. Move on. Go on, actually. The lady no how we are not how much Jpac. Siena. No, no one with the problem. No, because now again I'm mad. I want again I'm mad at doors and I'm mad. Work with that person and move on with your life. I say, no move. I say, why he move? Because he need to be there. You no doses we in a trick or something.
Yes. Everybody knows.
Let me tell you, Ogechi might. Imago, don't go that to the one side. Here, Melanu pass. Okay, you put here now. I'm gonna Jpac and that will make you all Ogechi will not off with that thing again. But all that in always in that no shows no ndoka imago my apology no ndoka they won't have one I said what on knows on I refer now to Zion no gate because I have to all here to I food. Even my during the time as na know you good. And always some words he got be cho you. Even that words the very heavy. Taking yes you after a life you now still ndoka the kijenya somebody poison. Aba I'm hearing about when I just when Oku and I say in a sleep one yono. Over putting it over questioning 9 yono. Over putting the keep question new. Yeah, but public, you know. In on a public almost some words. It can now a general you're now it's like I called Ogechi in email where almost some on a question you go. Which is what they say me here. I'm the because of that likely, you know, we would enjoy singing Ikuteria. No, Makosonaki, also they continue, it's up to you. But Makosonaki, singing Ikuteria, I don't like it.
And I want to move forward on a comment section about Ezugo. I don't agree with you on this.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, so.
No, stop it. Oh, yeah, and you like Waja. Waja is a somebody the only able majority. Even on the majority about one of people in the 100 years. It's already given 20 years, immature. Waja, the very mature. One of people are Waja now that to prove all of your benefit because all my that's always each jeopardize his reputation. He always avoid the anya because so is a man. What can I want to bro here? What can proceed no good. A man is supposed to be having some certain things. No keep in a very put you one. And there's again, get a mother now, but the man that they put people on the you have to follow more, you have to get a mother for you, but he work quick. It doesn't work like almost so certain things the money he gave them out for me. I mean, it's also like in my contact here to contact when you go billion.
The thing is even becoming annoying. It is becoming annoying.
You know that you know contact somebody, human being like you. He is in a contact a millionaire. Why not go a comparison and to contact to go at all? Are you not a human being? No, no, I will contact you. I will contact you. Because I contact you. He and any man, you go Mox. It's not a book as tomorrow. If you contact me now, Monica and I told her not to go out to get 1 naira, 2 naira. That is nonsense. When contact here make your money, not you will not brag, we are never see here. I bet you push you a bit of na. Oh, yeah, no, I'll be a bido, but over on all we and I could say that. Now, doesn't money over and all we. That is how it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Because in on Europe, we can maybe pack your way. Now look at what is happening, and tomorrow he cannot commit one more.
Every day, God can pass. Every day, God can pass you. Or pass it to I respond to what from before passing or send on way for me. They can pass it.
I'm not governor. I'm going to go to the inside, which number. But no one away, because I went to have a caution. Oh, no, I don't know. I know that the governor is going to caution inside. But of course, on China, and you're a man. Try to be a man in certain areas. So when he got report, you go over in airport, you about room. You born room. Who didn't want to wake him up? Then I won't get a channel, but you booked you last year. Or drama. Now give it again. I'm getting the work over and again. The work in Korea. Always so certain things he can hold. And yeah, because of what I'm going to mother say, now when I talk about no, on so far another phone and always keep us because you know now we keep preaching the soul. Oh yeah, but so certain things you do, you keep praying on yourself. What do you need in the corner? Wala. And the you grow. I try to whether change videos in now. Why would you hear in a governor court? If you know those things, if one you will work on on a had Kita no way to get a drag band on drag right here. So can't drag it. Now, okay, now this man black woman can have any fan, but not know. A case I said everywhere. No, I want a young Patafuko or the address of that video. What on your address of that video? Because of no get you could go one never can have some kaka on a base. When I demand particular one, not cost commercial, where keep with the Obama, what on your address of that video?
Address on Yana can address it for Hanchadi nearby.
Oh, you address it, but none of them, one of your food address that kid. Only one of just don't be like that, no worry about. Because of no another person could hear. If we are come and cast, we are not defining back was wrong. Now, see, can you remember sitting here? I walk one, and then you are the walk with us, we are on the month's records around the mother. Okay, to cool like not because of that, but if I don't ask you, okay, to be correct. But all because can be hatred this ready. After I'm going to get you, even also for some time. You told me we have with us. You always hear 16 and the Malama. You can't be calling names or I don't like it. Because all he could do, he was a super god, and he may be seen the Maradona. But I won't put them on your so. Oh, yeah, I can see my brother.
Dallas, Patrick, thank you very much, sir. What I go? Eziokwu kaya adekwu. The whole genesis of ife na-eme n'ihu akwụkwọ today is action and reaction. The man who did the action is crying because of the reaction he has gotten. Onwe eziokwu karịrị this particular one ayekwu. Every day in a broadcast ka ị na-anyụ kapụ otu n'ọnụ. I don't want to talk now. Before Maganilu, let me use this opportunity to give us one advice that is very, very important. A lot of people say, "Man, maybe broadcast, maybe just share broadcast." All na emuta ufife na broadcast mbele. Emana na ihashikota. Emana ihashikota. Especially umu nwoke aye. Especially umunwokai. Know when you are just angry, so that you don't break the table while you are angry. I hate defending my own words. I hate going back and forth. No kunkulu openly ni unde mwado. For example, Okongu dibia na Jpac in Weloku, you became angry. You came on a live program. Or when if you can even do different from what you said about Jpac and what Ogechi is saying about Jpac. You came on a live broadcast, on a live broadcast. Where one them mado. Na Jpac, na governors, na Kelafaya, waja. Oma kwife Jpac in Ekumake. Were you not the one who said that? No, oma kwife Jpac in Ekumake. You even made reference of Ifo in Ekumake. Have you forgotten that it is the same Jpac in Ekumake now? You said it that time because you were angry. What makes you think that another person do angry? That person cannot do the same thing you have done? If you think that what you did then, my brother, it boils down to go no. Imari for and the mother ya wa mego ya dogoma one day emena ya another person. Let it be your watchword. Okongudibia. Nka na emeni wa akwopata. Instead of a preach peace. Look, let me tell you. If you are not preaching peace, you are taking side. If you are not calling for calm, you are taking side. And you are as guilty as everyone. If you are not preaching peace, you are taking side. You are as guilty as every other person. You people should come out from all this emotion you people are dragging up and down. The truth is still there for people to see. Jpac Choloku. Jpac Okwa Nyono Wunya Choloku. He cannot run to anywhere. Yes. We can only call for calm and peace. If you don't want to call for calm, peace, and reconciliation, you are not helping him. And you know that you are not helping him. You know that you want to use Jpac to be fighting somebody in a long way. Look at in the content create, okay. Okunu si no Ogechi wekwensu. Okunu si no Ogechi wekwensu. Okunu si no Ogechi wekwensu. Mgbe e play shalo. Mgbe Seaman Global watchalo na phone. Ogechi we play share that video. Did you see her reaction? Did you see the mood Ogechi Banime? Did you see that? I could see it when I was watching that video. I could see it. Okwoma Nedobi. After Seaman Global spoke, now this is the man that was talked about, not you. Imasha natural kudodo. Imasha your interest in Okwa Imasha your interest na this saga naga. Imasha. Imasha Nigeria Gist. And I'm deny I stand with Ogechi. And I'm deny if Reverend they deny I have told you my regret. My regret is just the people who are being dragged into it. Otherwise, I stand with Ogechi. You can as well stand with anybody. But the only thing I'm telling you is that it's either we talk about peace. It's either we talk about peace or you go and sit down and enjoy the show while it lasts. It's either you talk about peace and reconciliation or you go and sit down and watch the show while it lasts. But you can never blackmail anybody into believing that none do perfect. You are lying. Seaman Global wonya all afaye na this scandal. You are I'm sure no one if I knew bad undo today. If I knew back could still have handled this issue in a different way, do different from me seeing a kupusinana. I'm sure no one has not if I knew bad undo today. He will still handle this issue the same way Seaman Global handled it. Yes, he will still do so. Now, after listening to the call Seaman Global made to the program, Ogechi became emotional. Oba Inya, I could see emotion written all over her. You are still saying, Ogechi is heartless. Nema hive neme. Eputa inoruna akpoya akuna. Inoruna akpoya afa. Inoruna na ya afa. All respond to you. Ese na Ogechi donka. You are sick here. Arwadrolo. You are not okay. I'm telling you, you are not okay. Eh? Look at how Seaman Global entertained two parts and preach for peace. everybody sense of belonging. Yet this is a man caught up in the midst of this controversy. When I listened to the voice note, even though that they were expecting to do saga with the man, but the man came and played a very intelligent role. Yes, he played a very intelligent role. They were expecting that man to help them to design another object of saga. Yes, the man obia may ife ka ezigbota nwa afọ onye Igbo. He preached for peace. He gave everybody a sense of belonging. And he asked people, they forgot in that Ifedima, no Gwaloha, that they should look for how they are going to bring peace among the two parties. Okay, Samuel Okorike, while we are waiting for the day Ogechi will drag me, let me block you until that day. That day I will unblock you. The day Ogechi will drag me, I will unblock you. You want to go? This is the man who is caught up. They forgot in all the things that the man who Jpac can see my contact. You people cannot spoil my contact for me. This issue of contact is getting me sicker and sick every day. Can you fit this guy in a contact? Contact. Where should this guy? Imagine he insulted his whole fans, his whole fan base. He insulted them in a broadcast. Yet they are claiming that they don't know that now insult her. He insulted his own fans. Yet they are pretending like they don't know, not insult her. Also, that he never wanted to respond to anything, even though he has been responding a long time. Even when he was in China, he was still responding. Even when he came back to Nigeria, he was still responding. Even when he went to Ghana, he was still responding. Yet, Okaneku, that he doesn't want to respond to anything or anybody. So he said, no, tenant mother Jagwe, Nabia respond to Ifaneku. No, anything. Until contact the big man. Where you was here? Na Jpac nke no wayo. Not go give her an Eziokwu. So the rest of the family on Facebook and they are nobody until those big men who contact here started talking. That was actually when he deemed it fit to come out according to him. Because according to him, broadcast still yesterday would the only reply Onyegolu since Jembe. I am asking you, according to him, this reply onye yesterday would the only reply Onyegolu since Jembe. Onyebo reply. Eh? Since Jembe. Yes, I will say family. In saga, nobody is right and nobody is wrong. Even the two parties are sure we Akwa, the other person, go where you were. But what is right and what is wrong is the reaction that resulted to that saga. That is why all na agba saga bacha saga. Eshiga back to ife cause of saga. Jedozie ye onya with a result to open na ekwuru. Ọ na ọdụ ka mmadụ na-abụ nụrụ ọgụ. Ọ na ha nụrụ ọgụ n'ụcha ọgụ. Ije na-ekwu maka ọgụ ha nụrụ. Hapụzi ije setụrụ ife result to ha n'ọgụ. Ha ka ya nụkwa ọzọ. They will still fight again. The other go. They may still fight again in a different location, different from ebe ha nụrụ nke ha nụrụ. Ọ karịghị etu a. So he never wanted to respond, even though he has been responding until his big man. Jechu ego n'ụwa ibu ego ụzọ n'ụwa ụwa jọwuru onwe na njọ ọkwefọrọ ibu ego ụzọ n'ụwa ụwa ya jọwuru onwe na njọ nwoke ibu ego ụzọ n'ife niile ọ na-eme ajọka ịghọtago nwoke ibu ego ụzọ n'ife ọ na-eme ajọka ibu ego ụzọ you will always be battling with your own words and actions. Just look at, you are always battling with your words and actions. All those people when I say, ride on, ride on, ride on. I keep saying it. Ride on is not the same as in Eziokwu. Even me, I had my for ride on I need it. The other go, Okwanum ki ejide. Okwanum ki ejide. No, happen here no. Oh, I don't know better than me now. Meanwhile, mgbe ọ na-ekwu ịdị ndị Zion, if all anywhere belief is. Onye ka nna agwa, not being able to know who your real and true fans is. I'm my true fans, so I know them. I know them. I'm my true and real fans. If you don't know them, in a boom, oh no, you're not put anywhere, Kovaraka, a baby. In a boom, in a boom, because a young way, some people put take advantage of you, use way, and Orudela, and the mother and say, ride on. In Orukudeba, you lose all your real fans. It is not every ovation Kia celebrate. Or everyone Kia celebrate. You gotta go because you will first of all determine nde na egwa. Okay, if any bekwe agreed, you can now zoom out from this page. Okuko boys and ofia. Unrepentant okoko. Very unrepentant and notorious. Or if you know. He will not tell himself the truth. This one has swallow go. What anya wunye to konye na kwa Jpac efa. Do unto others how you want others to do unto you. Otherwise, what you sow is what you reap. What you have sowed is what you are reaping today. What you sowed in the past is what you are reaping today. Who says I'm going to pity you? I cannot pity you. If I want to do anything, it is to call for peace. But then I say, go and caution this person. Go and caution this person. Jpac na governor Eziokwu na-eme program yesterday. Mmadụ one n'ime unu na caution ha. Ana m ajụ gị ajụjụ. Okay, guru Igbo. Jpac's current problem with Jpac, Ogechi current problem with Jpac is Zion and not her papa. Jpac's current problem with Ogechi is still Zion and not Ifanyoba or Seaman. Ikweta go now. Ikweta go. Because everybody who responds in this video without supporting him, he seems to attribute that person to somebody defending Zion. Skibo comedy spoke. It's not because of Zion. Tell yourself the truth, brother. Tell yourself the truth. Igwe nwere eziokwu. Eziokwu ahụ ịgwara onwe wunyawo eziokwu iji wepụ. Nke ị na-agbagharị ebe ahụ ịjọsụ na-agbagharị ya gwa mmadụ ife na-eweghị iwe. Ya gwa mmadụ ife na-eweghị iwe. Onye ọ na m iwe buru n'obi. Mmadụ ife trigaziri ye o ji weze gị iwe ahụ. Ọsọ mmadụ nwere ike iburu gị iwe n'obi for 1 year. O nwezi ife ime na the second year. O triga ya onye ahụ wee worie. Weze gị ibu ahụ dị n'obi. Ngomwawu an outsider na wash. It is not in your place. Except if you don't want to say the truth. Jpac wunya achọla okwu. If you don't want to tell him the truth, then you just want to be enjoying the saga. Meanwhile, him and Ifa na appear 100-0. Yeah? Okwu n'ile ọnụ na nke ikpeazụ a. Ọ chọrọ ka Skibo comedy bịa support woye. Ọ chọrọ ka Skibo comedy bịa support woye. Ọsọ ngụ onye maka isi defend your contact. Ana m ajụ gị ajụjụ. Ọsọ ngụ onye maka isi defend your contact. I nwere your own contact. Contact niile ahụ I nwere. All from some people ka isi wee mara ha. Ese na Skibo wuturu you Cause we mara Zion. See through you, we mara Seaman Global. Contact in all through people kiss we mara and they became your contact. So why you Kaskibo comedy have contact in Keye? We be please you, we may be a contact in Keye. You just want to control everybody. You want to be in control of this social media space. Run away from Governor Eziokwu. He's not a good friend to you. I must tell you. He is shining with you. Only use your ignorance. When you go to people how wise he is. Only use your ignorance. When you go to people how wise he is. People are beginning to see him as your counselor. People are beginning to see him as your guardian. People are beginning to see him with a man without mistake, always guarding you with a lot of mistakes. You are not wise enough to see this. He is celebrating and preying on your ignorance, using it to be building his own profile. You want to go? Using it to be building his own profile. If you ever want to pretend like you want peace to reign in all this, you will first of all go back to the root cause of all these things. But ndo menana buzo eziokwu na onwu buzo kwasi na onwu team up behind Jpac. Yes, Emeka Emmanuel Pius, we are coming to the part where we will talk about peace. Yes, but remember, if you talk about peace without talking about what took away the peace, we may not actually get to that part where we celebrate peace. Happy Gulu may overstretch patience in the page here, but one day, Manayadova, I'm happy for now. You gotta go. You gotta go. Even while they are in their broadcast yesterday, they were still indirectly now back on Ando Kasaga. The mother reply Kwago based on Ifi Delu and Ifi Kulu. Epotakwa Babamba. Edawa Batisaga. Because of your wife, Jpac, you do too manipulative. You are too manipulative. But thank God that people are go wiser than you. Because of my wife, I love her so much. No. Are you hating guy? We hate our own wives. I love her so much because of your wife. You should say that, Basaga. You heard that Zion has suspended Akwa, Akwa Mama and Agobora. Is it not saga? What is your business there? Are you a Zionite? Are you a member of Zion? Manipulating somebody. I heard that Zion has suspended Akwa Mama and Agobora. Is that not saga? Did it ever happen? The answer is no. You brought it and pasted it on your page so that people can come and laugh at Akwa Zion. Man, how about saga? How about saga? How about saga? How about saga? Nondo kasiri yifeni ni melu on your own accord. How about saga? But you have ended up making Kelafaya a Bonison, making Onyobudo, making Chisomama, making Anchanine Eposarafa, poisoning their mind against Ndoka again. But it's about saga. It's about saga. Munye Uputa, then Munyo Dogu, and then America, Ototro, and Hana, Lolo, and Alolo. Oh, Ponye Nagwaga was in a saga. Oh, Ponye Nagwaga was in a saga. When I was saga, Nagwaga was in a saga. If onye chokofu. I am not pitying you one bit. Ngwayo na nne pity you. Man na to ga. My only regret still remains Papa Ogechi so that if I know back, see man go back. Yes. That is my only regret. But I don't feel pity for you. One bit. One bit. It's very bad. In case if you don't know. It's very bad and too manipulative. You can carefully manipulate two people. All these people they defend they go. All these people they defend they go. They know the truth. They know the truth. They know the truth. How's it gonna harm all the truth? A man of an uga. Kongu Dibia came out and said all manner of things. Is it because it is Ogechi saying this? Is it because Waja was wise enough to manage the situation? Is it because of that? If you maybe perhaps if you stop gossiping as a man, it will also help you. That is another advice I will be giving you today. If you stop gossiping as a man, it will help you. You talk too much. In a cocosing the madison too much. WhatsApp group we born in on an air. Okay now. Either hey buta chat in the mother eba. You won't mad in eBay. Na cocosison. You won't mad in eBay. Na cocosison. Now, having said all this, in the voice of Seaman Global, we can now pursue peace. We can now call for calm. We can now beg for the hatchet to be buried. For those who truly want peace, not for those who are playing hide and seek behind saga, but claiming that they want peace. So, if you truly want peace, cease from saying anything about what is happening. From now, henceforth, if you truly want peace. You made a video yesterday and you said this will be your last time of ever coming to talk about this issue. If I should recall, that is more like the 4th or the 5th time you have ever said that. The Osh comedy, who says, if he's a nice guy to you, what is my business? Are you me? Are me you? Are we? Eh? If he is a nice guy to you, do I have any problem with you? Are we dragging it? We are not dragging it. You know what I go? Now, if truly that noble emotional game in a play, I am happy that this time around, people have shown you that emotion do not work in this particular issue, because all my receive woto. He receive woto. Nka balaga ahụ ọfụma, nka dekpuruga ahụ ọfụma, nka akọlọgo jaja, nka doturu kwakam nana. If truly that you are tired of all this, stop making any video henceforth. Let's stop making any video henceforth, so that we can bring this matter to rest. If truly that you want peace, you are the one who threw the first stone. You should also be the first one to see fire. You are the one who cast the first stone. So you should also be the first person to retreat. Do that, and all these things will end. I have said it. But I will never stop blaming Jpac. Yes. You want to entertain Matthias and his cohort. That is what you are waiting for. That is what you were waiting for. You came out to be the Babande no ilonwe hasaga. Akuzayon. Audio billionaire. Galalam, atotola arrest. Chowonya ya akporo. Blah 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 blah. Ina atu igokwu. Ina akpasisi okwu. I respond to you. He show fife kwuo. Okwole, how are you, Butere? I am very fine. Where are you going, Butere? I am going to the market. Ana majuga ajuju. Kelu ki esisi tie nwati ife si ebe na Akwa. Onunu ha akpọ Ogechi akwụna Chicago. Mmadụ one n'ime unu buru n'ala Ogechi na akpọ n'ime unu. Mmadụ one n'ime unu fugolo ọtọ Ogechi. Ọ bụ na na-ekwu ma na-ekwu ibe. Onye ọ na-apụta na Facebook ebia che the crocodile tears. Onye ọ na-apụta na Facebook. Kelu a blogger nọ na Facebook. Agọ n'ala iyi. Humiliate ye ife humiliate golu. Ogechi Okeke Njaka. Call that person for me. Owi bịara ịba n'okwu ya na Jpac ịpụtakwa imekwa video kọba ya ọnụ. Ịkọba ya ọnụ reply kwa to you kọkwa ngụ ọnụ. Ịkọrọ ya ọkọgwarakwa. Yes. Ịkọrọ ya ọnụ ọkọgwarakwa. Ma bịa sikpebere unu ikpe. Ebe ọwụ ngụ bụ ụzọ wee kọ ya ọnụ. Ka Seaman Global melu video. Ogechi, kedu ife Ogechi melu? He made another video acknowledging Seaman Global. Ndị mmadụ na-eme ụdị video a Seaman Global kwuru, okwu a Seaman Global kwuru. Ụdị okwu a ka ngụnwa na-ekwu sinsi. Okwu a wee ka na-arị nga wee luo ebe olulu. Yet, this is one of the actual people I say na how victims in all these things. He came out and he spoke like Onyibo. Agwa ngode echiche ndị big men na adisha from echiche ndị obere onye dokai. Odokai asị na nna atụ ga. Echiche ndị big men oge ụfọdụ na ada different from echiche ndị obere onye dokai. Ndị obere onye dokai na ada more vindictive in nature. A big man pụta ọ na-achụ udo. Obele onye ya wokoto okwu onye kpọ big man a na-ekogharị kesi ebe niile ifu nnukwu ọga ahụ ịma na ikoto okwu ịkpọ ya nyenwa anaghị agbafelu from okwu na ụka na-achọkwa udodo ngụnwa ya wụ ikota kesi kpọọ ya ị na-akpagharị ije na-ekogharị kesi onye gwa ahụ na ndị ọga na ha na-achọrọ kesi ha ya eko ịghọtago ebe ha lụgolu n'ụwa ife ha na-achọsi iwu ebe ha ya anọrụ peacefully enjoy ego ha kpatagolu. So after he spoke on phone na that broadcast, when he was coming in, I don't know what they were expecting him to say. They were expecting him to come and start praising Jpac and start cut Ogechi, or maybe to come and start issuing threats on Ogechi. The man simply came in as an elder statesman. Even the way that man was Ogechi do so emotional when I watched that video. I watched that video. This video Ogechi na watch ebe 5 this morning no live. That video no live. Was I watching on that video? On almost ebe 5 this morning if I'm not mistaken. Or live for the far. Alisa, Anna Majo. That video no live. That video don't watch it early this morning around 4-5 or live look at that video no. Because I saw about 500 and something people to 600 watching that video. You know what I go? After Sima Nukuchalo Kwa live call the Kunumanya maybe after 4 to 5 more than 500 and to 600 and I watch here. Nah okay. Okay. Shinedu Olumba, I don't have job. I want you to go to Abuja and the Port Harcourt and discuss with your fellow CEOs like Kretus Ibetoha and Zuzu out of this page so that poor people like us will have peace. Okay. Alex Banks, jobless fellow, CEO, Seaman Energy, Seaman Global. You want to go? She was so emotional. The thing were metal mo. The thing melt to mobi. Mfuzi oge. Oge butu o. Oge butu o. Voice oge change ye. Oduze so emotional. She was so emotional. When she was replying to Seaman Global. If I don't mad more moment. Okwome enwe hosa. I watch shall me for Seaman ukuru we say. No one na ndị mmadụ chọrọ ka owu na-enwe na peace all the while. Aka enwe go peace. But what they are waiting for is which side we submit to which side. Keru side ya subpedalo the other side. That is what they have been waiting for. It's not that they are actually looking for peace. Yes. It's not that they are actually looking for peace. Oh, na they look for peace. Ogalanya doka Seaman Global ka akpola affair in this kind of thing. Nwoke pụta chọwa udo. Nwoke pụta chọwa udo. Why na nwoke nwere ego ime case. Nwoke pụta chọwa udo. That is to show you once more an example of how these big men live their life. They don't live a life of stress. Also, obere onye ya ade kugari case. Enjoy yourself emaku contact ngwelu. But contact ya hi nwere adachi okwu n'ụka. Okwa ifuru ya? Contact ya hi nwere adachi okwu n'ụka. When Ifeanyuba was alive after Obel Shah from police, you went to his house in Abuja, he told you, do not na ukwu na na-achọ ndị mmadụ okwu. Na nyanwa adakwa like onye na-achọ okwu. Na nyanwa adakwa like onye na-achọ okwu. Now, ndị big men na-ada achọ okwu. Kiri ife obele onye jisi nọmba fa ji achọ okwu, eji ime iwelu afa ndị aha achọ okwu n'eko. Kedu ife ihe eji wee wolu therefore I don't like Jpac on this issue. Ogechi is disgracing herself, but Jpac is not disgracing himself. You just don't like Ogechi. You just don't like Jpac, but Ogechi is disgracing herself, and Jpac is not disgracing himself. Go Eziokwu, I am asking you, Jpac had a disgrace your way because you hated Ogechi. Good Ogechi na Azana. Good Ogechi na Azana na no ụmụnna yo. Nyako je disgrace your way, but it just like her. Why can't you say Jpac and Ogechi, they are disgracing themselves? Why can't you say that? Why can't you say that Jpac and Ogechi they disgrace your way? I am asking you. It will even be better if you maintain that both of them wrong. Rather than coming to say you don't like this person, but only can they disgrace you way, or no brought the same exchange of words. Ana majuga ajojo. Jpac committed the highest crime. Unayo Eziokwu. Okwime si ife na ewute m ọwụna mpụtakwa singo. Onye enu si n'oji ọfọ. Onye ana si n'oji ọfọ. Onye ọwụna uwe ezigbote onye eziokwu kere onye na-atụzi ụga. Ụzọ mmadụ 10 ịkpọpụtara ha 10 na-ekwubada eziokwu ma na-enwekwa ndị na-atụ ụga n'ime ha. Kere ndị dị ife a na-atụ ụga n'ime fa. A lot of bloggers and they take advantage of that situation. When you na blog na akpọbata engagement na their page. Jpac adu busy na recruit ndị ya ekwurie. Man onye kwuzie from the other side. Or say na ifela ahụ emeghị na support nwaanyị. Ana ma support nwaanyị, nwunye gị ọhọ nwaanyị, nne gị ọhọ nwaanyị. Afụrụ m onye nke delu comment sị m na nna support nwaanyị. So problem o nwedewere owo na mụ kwụ na side of nwaanyị. so now problem onwegolu. But Jpac achọghị anyị okwu mgbe ọ sịrị na anyị dịrị ihe ife o ji eme because anyị ka ọ na-akpọ. Ọ bụrụ anyị ka ọ na-akpọ. Ọnwụ na ọ na-akpọ ndị ụka on the Zion. Thank you very much. People who live in glass house don't throw stones. Ejighị gbagbo onye ọcha. Ibiri na glass house tu ishe. Imagine ọka mmadụ sicha nke you. So, crying for emotion and attracting sympathy, it cannot really help you in all these things. Doing the right thing will help you. Quit doing any video henceforth about this issue. This part. Quit doing any video in respect to this particular issue. Jpac Association of Southeast Content Creators Gwafabiko na ịchọrọsi ka onye ọ na meelu video gbasaru this matter na-aga n'iru akwụkwọ so that this matter will be put to rest. So that this matter will be put to rest. If truly nation Udo, quit doing any video henceforth about this matter. Go to that WhatsApp group, Association of Southeast Content Creators. Tell them they should stop making any video about this matter so that this matter will be put to rest. Ono ya asịkwakwa na ezuga achọghị ikwu okwu na ezuga achọghị ikwu okwu. Ịmapụtakwakwa ịbịa sọpọtụ Jpac. Onye ya sọpọtụ kwakwa Ogechi amapụta. Ngụnwa Jpac kwukwakwa Ogechi asakwaghị. Nwunye ukwu kwakwa Ogechi asakwe. Iya ada ekwusi onye ọzọ asanaghị. Ada eme ya eme. Iya ada ekwu si onye ọzọ asanaghị. Ebia yeje recruit ndị otu si ha na-ekwu iligu. Isi onye ọzọ ejekwana kwa ile onye nke. You cannot do that. So, I am telling you now, if truly that what I am borrowing from what Seaman Global said, he urged Governor Eziokwu, which he doesn't want to adhere. After he left the phone conversation, the only thing they picked from Mbato another program is that no hey we salu Jpac iwe. Was that his message? His message was all about peace among Umunne. His problem was his plea was to make sure that Newo Batalu peace consolidate that peace called permanent among Umunne. He asked Governor Eziokwu, you people should look for how you are going to bring the both parties together. He did not cast any stone on any side. Even Onyekwuloku, he did not condemn her. He understood perfectly what is happening on Facebook. Now, for the sake of that peace, Okulu, and for the fact that no a victim in all this, but yet he chose to preach peace, I will advise you, if truly you respect that man and all these big men, you are ready for their names to be dragged. Quit doing any video henceforth about Ogechi Okeke Njaka. Leave Zion out of your issue. Leave Zion ministry out of your mouth. Face your own side. Afrungebi jo soje ajuchisi woloje na egbuchi mebezie ye onwe onye ogbasalo. Each yourself je na onye ukwu na nke onye ukwu na okpo iru ebe a dinere na buweru onwe onye ya gwa oputaba. Iwolu maka iwe destroy your onwe at the end of the day. Onye kwa ka ya asno nya diri uje emebe nke a. You got to go. Because of misunderstanding with one person. Worumake will destroy the very essence and your strong Christian background. Ishe no mmadụ ka ị na-eme. Onwe ka ị na-eme. Etu ahụ o si eme na ndị mmadụ nwee okwu ị na-akọsasị ụbọchị na ha ya edozie i defend the ife ikwuru maka ha. Nke uwe onye ya dị eme onwe. You will keep explaining and explaining yourself. But for the sake of peace, whether by you to Foku, whether direct or indirectly, stay away from Akosayon. Stay away from Ogechi. Stay away from Ndezayon. Face your business. Face your newfound love. Face your newfound adventure. Enjoy it while it lasts, so that there will be calm on Facebook. Man, you asapapa support as go pota, support as onye go na enemy. Apotagba. If you raise allegation, against you, yes. He will put up propaganda. I don't know how to go with the master of propaganda. You want to go? If I hear him, on your somewhere. If I hear him, on your somewhere. So, for the sake of peace, let that video you did yesterday be the last video of a true. Begin to do the things you are doing. Begin to do the things you are doing. If you go nyo obodo si we maybe ifo melu mecha shigakwa back gbafelu onye obodo jekwa si memelu onwe ifo na emelu onwe onwere onye kpọrọ onye obodo afa China ijeru okwa onye obodo jeru Canada ko UK China ijeru okwa executive je China also who dey go China. Are you the only content creator dey go China? Ejego na eje China. Why are you also bringing it now? Wori na isi wori na akọ ndị mmadụ ọnụ. Onye kozie gị ọnụ. Esi ya na na-ewu anya ọkụ. Mama ngubuzo wori ni isi. Wedding ngubuzo wori ni isi. Onye kozie gị ọnụ maka wedding esi na na-ewu anya ọkụ. Contact inwelu ngu na-eji ya na isi. Onye kozie gị ọnụ esi na na-ewu anya ọkụ. Ife niile eji n'alụ wee gbaa agụ saga n'ụwa na nke ikpeazụ a ngụ ji aka ga-ewepụta ya na-akwụghị n'ọkụ. Ọ na wee ike ọmụnụ na amaghị egota nni nriri nsịkwazie ngụ nwa na-ewu ebega esi na nna ewu anya ọkụ. Ya sị na nna ewu anya ọkụ nna m ịkọrọ m ọnụ ụbịam mụ nwa kọkwa gị ọnụ na saịdị ebe ị nọ. So na ọ na-ekwadoro onwe mgbe ahụ idelu afụrụ m mgbe ibu ụzọ dị you are going to somewhere on a business trip. Nje na comment section onwe onye kọrọ gị ọnụ ife na afọ ndị na-asị safe journey boss Jpac where are you going? Onwere onye kọrọ gị ọnụ. But the moment ị ruru China bido na ha che na mụ na ha na level m akarịgo ebe level fanọ na even na ebe akịta ahụ for business. No, ndị mana ha ebe ha na onwe ebe ha lụrụgwu. Kedu ife mere expect nwanne? Alụsị mekarị ile agba ya osisi eji wee tụọ. So imekwa niile na China. Ha wee sị ka agwa ya na akwụkwọ osisi eji wee tụọ. Irigo kwakwa na container. Si ife nke ha na-akụchi steeti na-ebudata. Ị na ọkwakwa na container tụọ ọnụ. N'inwe ego n'ime ekigoro sinsi iji wee bịa China. Na ego n'ime ekigoro sinsi iji wee bịa China karịrị ego n'ime ekiri na wedding go. Ịnịwakwakwa isi ma ọkwakwa aka ndị mmadụ pụtakwara gị n'ife ikwuru. Esekwa na na-ewu anya ọkụ. Esekwa na na-ewu anya ọkụ. Etu ọkwa ka isi wee gwa anyị na the whole hotel niile dị na amụwo ejugo. Na ụfọdụ bịaziri lọji ya na Nnewi na ha esi Nnewi wee bịa wedding. Na airline niile ejugo na even British Airways na ndị mmadụ ebukusha na tiketi na Ethiopia ya eju na hotel niile dị na Ethiopia juru eju because of wedding. Ndị mmadụ wee sị ka ha were gị ọnọdụ esi na na-ewu anya ọkụ. Onye na-ewu anya ọkụ? It is your word against yourself. It is your word against your own word. Yes, wolu kelafa ya we malo. Onye obodo. The moment onye obodo pụrụ n'isho okwu, onwere onye na-ejekwa akpọ ya afa. Onye obodo nọ kịta na-emekwala onwe content ya ever since. Onwere onye na-enye ya nsogbu nọ ile onwe ya. That is what you see when people decide to stay and mind their business. Yes. You cannot be everywhere and expect people to leave you. You are not our father in this social media. You are not even Mark Wazoka with this social media. So, if you mahoku asaye ayasata you ofuma. You got to go. If you mahoku asakwaye saye eti yesu we got ofuma. Ogukona ka ọ ha n'ọnụ. Onye mara asụ ọsụọ n'odo. Onye amaghị asụ ọsụọ n'ana. Then ndị sịrị m na mụ ahịkwu eziokwu. I want you people to show me actually what it means that Namade ekwu eziokwu. I think at this point I will have to take my leave. I will have to take my leave. Daalụ nụ ka ụbọchị taa maala anyị mma.